obviously economic discussions, trade, all sorts of the details you would expect the governor to handle. That's all of the pressing concerns. But the question is, who paid for all these abundant and delicious meetings? Look at the next phrase. Yet in spite of all this, I did not demand the governor's provisions because the bondage was heavy upon this people. Nehemiah paid for it all himself. Every sheep, every ox, all the trappings, every glass of wine, every meal, every day, the waiter came by with a check and he went straight to Nehemiah and handed it to him. How long are we talking about? Was this just a short time? Look up at verse 14. The 20th year until the 32nd year of King Artaxerxes, 12 years of these meals. How in the world could Nehemiah do this? John Gill tells us that Nehemiah had estates of his own in Judah, so he himself was a prosperous person. But remember, he was also the cupbearer to King Artaxerxes. There's speculation that during this time that Artaxerxes was continuing his salary. That was a means of support. But that brings in another factor. Remember, Nehemiah was one of the most trusted, held one of the most important positions in the entire empire. He lived in a palace with a king. He was surrounded by every luxury imaginable. He probably had servants of his own to assist him in his work and to wait on him personally. It'd be so easy to get accustomed to that, wouldn't it? It'd be so easy to develop an entitlement to the finer things. And so when Nehemiah has to give all that up, travel back to the backwater ruin of Jerusalem, he works hard, he strives on the wall, he makes peace at great personal cost, he opposes all of Judah's enemies. It would make perfect sense when he's finally recognized, when he finally comes into the earthly reward for his service, that he might think, hey, it's time for a little luxury back in my life. That would make perfect sense, wouldn't it? But that's not what he's thinking about, not at all. Again, that last phrase, yet in spite of this, I did not demand the governor's provision because the bondage was heavy on this people. He's thinking about his people. He's thinking about how his authority, instead of being used to benefit him, how he can use that authority to bless and benefit others.